Scythe Averter, the Tamikan Shadow, and the Twisted Bow. 3 of old school RuneScape's most exclusive and elusive gear. I've sold my bank to afford all 3 mega rare weapons. Welcome to my rebuild, welcome to my journey, and welcome to my nightmare. Alright, welcome back to week 3. Week 3, we finished off Zulrah. We did 500 KC there. We're going to be done with that content. That's plenty enough. As you can see, we only got 2 uncut onyx, and the rest of the bulk of the money came from the scales, which were up quite recently. They're crashing again, so we're going to avoid there. We're going to go to the Moons of Peril. And right here, we're pulling a Blue Moon chest. I absolutely love going to the Moons of Peril. I can do this content with a Scythe. I was doing it with Full Void, the Fire Cape, D-Boots, and a Fury. And I also did get a Fang with the Vernic Defender. Right here we're pulling the Eclipse Moon Helm. Honestly, I've had great luck here. We're going to be doing 500 KC here as well. I will be doing each one of the bosses for each one of these KC. I will not be sticking just to the Blood Moon, because I know the Blood Moon is the most GP right now. But I have a collection log that I want to fill. We're almost there anyways. I want to get all the items that I can and just see how much money it is if you're doing each one of the bosses. So I'm going to continue to do that. It does drop pretty good. The rest of the stuff, the Wormling Bones are good. The Water Orbs are good. The Addle Darts are good. I mean, the soft clay isn't terrible. Super compost is meh. But you do get the Irite and Harlander herbs. Those ones are, they're okay. You can see right here, pardon me, it was like 1.3 mil for that trip. It was because I got an item. And we have a 75 mil cash stack bank right now. Pretty soon I do some upgrades. Right here I wasn't recording. I totally forgot to turn on my recorder. But that is the Blood Moon Helm. It's showing at a total of 2.6 mil, but it was actually pretty close to 5 mil. The Blood Moon stuff has gone skyrocket. It's absolutely crazy. So I do kind of also show later on in this episode an example setup and how I do the rotations. I go Eclipse, Blue, Blood. That's kind of, in my opinion, the best rotation, because when you come in, you can get all your gear for it, your pots, your fish, everything like that. It's great. I personally love it. We did do a little bit of TOA. We did some groups. These are just 300s. There's some people that are still kind of learning. My buddy there, AO Slayer, is also doing a rebuild series. He's doing the Shadow and Bofa, while I'm doing all the Mega Rares. So the next few videos, or at least the next video, is going to be kind of focusing on the Scythe. I'm hoping at that point I'm at least close to Virtus, or have Virtus, so I can start focusing a little bit more on the Shadow. And that will probably include a little bit more TOA, but that TOA grind, I'm going to actually clear the board. And what I plan on doing is like 100 normal, probably like 100 something experts. The damage with Void just isn't the greatest. I mean, that's a huge thing while sitting here doing TOA. And I'm not used to running anything really below 350, maybe even close to 400 or more. So here's a nice little example of how I set everything up. I go in, I get the fishing package, I get the herb lore twice, because this allows you to create 4 potions. Now, depending on your herb lore level, you might have to get more. I have 90 herb lore, so making these potions, I usually typically get an extra dose or 2. So right there you can see, like, I'm getting 4 and 3. If yours is lower, you're probably only going to get 2, so you might have to double that up. Fishing here, you can move your net across, back and forth, but I was just kind of chilling, looking at a few things, seeing who was all on. Pardon me. And that camp stone, you can actually, a camp stove you can cook off of. You can also make a cuppa, which it's a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever it is there. And that actually restores your run energy, so don't be afraid to hit those up between each one of the bosses, because you'll be spawned in when you complete one boss. You'll be spawned in right next to one of those camp setups. So that's great. So right here we're going to go to the Eclipse Moon. For here, you want to use a stab weapon, so I'm using my Fang and my Vernic. The Scythe is okay here, but it's so much better with a stab weapon than it is with something that only has Crush and Slash. So I definitely picked that up. Figured if I'm going to use it for Toa, I might as well use it for here as well. So this is one of the first specials. It's the clone attack. And as long as you're facing the clone, you're going to be attacking. Now, each one of these, after a special, you'll have 3 tiles that will light up. It will attack twice for each tile, and then you're moving to the next one. Here's another example. This is the blood moon, or this is the blue moon. My apologies. I come right in, and there's a special. So I also know that one special, after it's done, is going to light up on the north side, and that will be the northeast side. And then the next special will be on the southwest side. So you're actually going to be able to see where I am. And that's like north-northeast compared to northeast. And then it'll be south-southwest. So right there, north-northeast. Blue Moon is weak to Crush, so this is perfect for the Scythe. This is kind of why I've been doing Scythe here. And then I also use the Scythe on Slash at the Blood Moon. So you can see where it attacks twice. And then it moves on. My HP was a little low there, but I wasn't too worried about it. Those fish actually heal pretty good. It's 28 HP per one of those fish. So for this, you're just going to try to avoid those, because if they hit you, you'll see here in just a moment, because I do take damage from one. It slows you down, it turns off your run, and it also damages you. Now, in the top left-hand corner, you can see right there, the 24, and it's got the Blood Moon boss there. This is part of Runelight itself. If that's above 20, the first damage tick back, you won't attack once. So that's just a little note. If you're not attacking, you've probably taken 20 damage, and the next hit stops you from attacking once. No big deal. So that was the Jaguar phase. For that one, it's just a tick movement. You attack the Jaguar, and when the pools spawn, you count 1, 2, and then step back where the pools are, and you'll dodge both the Jaguar and the pool. So right here, you notice how that one was southwest, so I know the next one's going to be northeast. And the next special attack is just, it summons blood pools around. You don't want to be standing in those. The Blood Moon boss is probably the hardest one. So there, you just don't want to be standing in them when they go to disappear, because you will take damage. So I'm just going to sit around this tile, and that's pretty much it. All you have to do then at that point is finish the KC on that boss, and then you'll be spawned to the camp right outside Blood Moon again, and you can just run south, and you're headed right to where you would collect your reward. And since I've done each one of those, I have a chance to get armor from any of them. I have 108 KC now and 47 mil, and it's all free money. I'm using 0 supplies here. My scythe is uncharged. It is perfect. I absolutely love this for the rebuild. It is just free money, so I want to see how much we make at 500 KC. Pardon me. This is the last one that we do for this video, and we ended up getting the Blue Moon Tassets. A nice little 4.7 miller. We are definitely making bank here. Welcome back to the end of week 3. We did quite a bit this last week. We finished the 500 Zulrah KC. It was a little bit higher. I think it was like 68.9. This stuff's starting to go down a little bit. So I'm glad I'm done when I'm done. Uh, no really huge uniques. The Onyx, I got 2 of those. I mean, they're not worth nearly as much as what the Tanzanite Fang, Magic Fang, or the Serp Helm are worth, but whatever. We're moving on to our next. We've done a little bit of Muspa. As you can see, we're going to be trying to go for 500 Muspa, and we're also going to be going for 500 total lunar chests. This is probably going to be my next goal. We'll follow it up with Muspa. And I've done a little bit of TOA. As you can see in there, I didn't show all of them because really nothing worthwhile to see. The elite clues have been popping off there. But yeah, I've been having fun doing these lunar chests. These are actually kind of worth a little bit. And the best part is it's completely free content. I'm not paying for prayer potions or food. So that entire 52.7 mil has been added to the bank. And as we can look now, we actually have Banos chests, the Banos tacets, and we did get primordials. The only reason why I went with this instead of doing something for the shadow at this point in time was because I'm going to be doing more of those lunar chests. Once I finish those, I'm hoping to have enough for Virtus, which means I can do a little bit more content, and we'll probably go into some Toa, do some raids and everything like that, because the Sarah hide is good enough for the Tebow for now. At some point, obviously, I want to get Missouri, and even if it's not the fortified version, I'd like to at least get Missouri. The Armadile really isn't worth it. Of course, unfortified Missouri is kind of terrible too, so I mean, Ancestral Full and the Missouri Full are pretty similar in price, but we did leave off with this. This is a huge, this is kind of what everything that we've gained so far. There's going to be a little bit more in here, but we're just going to go through real quick, put the more valuable items in. Obviously the dragon arrows, because they're actually worth quite a bit. This is just the more high value items. The rest of them, whatever, I don't really care about. Yeah, we'll just kind of go with this. I don't think there's anything else fully in there. So really, in all of this, after supply costs, especially when it came to Zulrah, we've made 105.4 mil in 3 weeks. I'm sure it's been a little bit higher. There's still a few things in here that are added to the bank value that I just haven't taken out. But yeah, that's kind of where we're leaving off. Starting week 4, we're going to be looking to do more of the lunar chests, and hopefully we'll finish that 500 up the next time I see you. It might be at least a few weeks for the next video. I have a few things coming up, and I want to make sure I get the lunar chests done before the next video is out. So hope to see you all there. Until next time, I got Slayer out.